My name is Jaden Thompson, and I'm the medical correspondent for CNN Newsroom. Now, at one point in time, we were all in our mother's womb, slowly developing based off of the DNA our parents passed down. Without input from anyone, biology took action, and our physical and mental traits were decided upon. But what if that weren't the case? What if you could design your child to be the next LeBron James, or Lionel Messi, or Albert Einstein, or Simone Biles, or Taylor Swift? Actually, maybe not the last one, but you get the point. In recent years, scientists have made significant progress in research pertaining to gene alteration. You've probably eaten something with artificially altered DNA, like seedless fruit, or crops that are resistant to harsh temperatures. You haven't, however, interacted with humans who have artificial genetic alterations. But maybe your kids will. In November of 2018, a Chinese scientist presented what he claims to be the first successful case of human genome editing. The scientist, He Jiankui, told the involved parents that he intended on using a new technology, CRISPR, to artificially create the gene that is responsible for HIV resistance. However, instead of pursuing HIV resistance, He Jiankui attempted to create babies with complete HIV immunity. The two twins that were born with the edited genes still remain in the hospital, but it is unclear whether the extra care is simply precautionary or if the babies have health complications related to the procedure. While He's idea seems to be backed by good intentions and morals, the scientist involved has received harsh criticism and rejection from scientists, doctors, and bioethicists around the world. He Jiankui has been accused of failing to receive appropriate consent for the procedure. The parents involved in the procedure did sign a 10-page consent form, but did they truly understand what they were signing? Because of the groundbreaking nature of the procedure, its consequences were, and still are, unknown. So consent should have extended past a confusing legal agreement, according to many. Additionally, how does one account for the consent of the children? Even if the parents were well educated and agreed to the procedure, it is ultimately the children that will bear the heavy weight of its effects. Additionally, He Jiankui is under fire for going rogue with unproven techniques. When the scientific community at large decided to refrain from such experiments until more information was found and ethical decisions were made, He Jiankui ignored them. After studying this case closely, I have been led to look at the general concepts and ethical questions behind it. In my personal opinion, the best solution to the issue of human genome editing is to allow nature to act independently. We currently do not have enough information to safely edit human genomes, and we don't even know if the technique is beneficial. I believe that if pursued, genome editing will be like a new version of plastic surgery that is used for vain reasons. There are better ways to deal with illnesses than altering the very thing that makes us human. This past week, I reached out to a renowned bioethicist to gather his thoughts. The recording that you are about to hear was taken from an interview between Kimi Räikkönen and I. Human genome editing comes with a range of pros and cons. If used properly, it may be able to prevent horrible diseases by altering or deleting the genes that are responsible for them. This could create a world without cancer, diabetes, or HIV. Other medical conditions can also be targeted, such as autism. But is a world without autism a better one? Some believe that autism and related conditions are simply unique traits that shouldn't be targeted. Targeting these conditions may knock down the first domino in a long chain, until every minor imperfection will be a victim of genome editing. Will we reach a day where every human looks the same? But what if making your kid look a certain way prevented bullying? Does the intent justify the action? Is genome editing humanity's attempt to act as God? Oftentimes, chasing perfection only creates bigger issues, which is the fundamental belief that stands in the way of these scientists. The rest of the interview can be found online. As I wrap up this segment, I would like to leave you with an assignment. Read Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. The novel follows the life of a scientist who dedicates many years towards creating a living creature from the body parts of the dead. The scientist, Victor Frankenstein, creates a creature that is incredibly powerful and intelligent, and he is excited to finally see it come to life. He looks upon the experiment with great pride, until the time comes for the creature to breathe its first breath. From that moment on, he is struck with fear and pain. The creature goes on to wreak havoc, and Victor Frankenstein realizes that he is not cut out to be the creator of life. The creature also reaches important conclusions, as his experiences lead him to regret his creation. While Victor thought that he was creating something incredible, the creature's appearance only brings him pain. The novel is surprisingly applicable to the current dilemma that we face. Mary Shelley's work seems to suggest that, like Victor Frankenstein, we will realize that attempting to create life of our own will lead us down a painful road. That's all for tonight, folks. Good night.